Yo, it's Ozzy Kid here. Today, I've got another episode of Ozzy Teaches in. This is gonna be the worst video of all time. I was I was like half asleep throughout the majority of these matches, you know. I don't even know why. It was so mad. It was like I was literally closing my eyes. As I was doing the matches, I was literally closing my eyes. But it's like, it's cause nowadays I don't even give a shit anymore, you know. Like when it comes to this, when it comes to like these Aussie teachers things, I don't even care no more. And like when it comes to the league matches that I do, like when I do VFL, Primetime, ESFL, what's the other one that I do? I do PlayStation. I do the PlayStation tournaments. All those league matches and those tournaments, I take those seriously. Like, yeah, definitely, I take those seriously. So that's why I feel like it's okay if I just don't even give a shit when it comes to this, because I feel like it makes up for it that I do the league fights. If you still want to see me, like, you know, playing all competitive and stuff, then you've got that. I mean, when you look at every other UFC content creator, who else is competing in all the leagues? There's no one else. I'm the only one that does that. I literally do all the leagues, and I think that's what makes my channel probably. I think that's what makes my channel the best, to be honest. Out of all the other content creators, these guys are not doing. There's not even a single other content creator that's doing every single league. And another thing I feel like is, like, who even cares anymore? Like, I feel like I really don't need to prove nothing no more, bruv. Like, I don't need to prove nothing anymore. Like, who even cares? Like what? Look at I've already done everything. I've beaten GOAT. Like, when I beat GOAT, like, what else do I even need to do at that point? I beat GOAT 10-9 when he was on a 109 win streak with Nate Diaz when he had Conor McGregor. Do you know how much of a mad accomplishment that is? Like, at that point, yeah. And people try to, like, it was funny when Marshall Mind reacted to that fight, yeah, and he tried to act like as if I got lucky, but he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, I don't even care. But Marshall can't even chat to me anyways, bruv. To be honest, he can't chat to me about this game, bruv. Like, he don't know he's not as knowledgeable as I am on this game, bruv. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, bruv. Like, I'm just gonna say it how it is. So Marshall don't know what he's talking about, bruv. Man tried to say that. Oh, it was a fluke, bruv. What the fuck does he know? Like, as if I can't, bruv. Like, oh my days. If you don't want me to go into detail about that. But all you need to know, yeah, is that was, like, not, bruv. Like, after that, yeah, no one can chat to me, bruv. But anyways, like, even if I know, like, anyways, yeah, like, I've done so much other stuff as well. I've done everything that there is to do. I've literally beat the who's who in the community, everyone. And another thing I want to say is, like, it's like I can't even tell at this point that no one even gives a shit anyways. Like, I feel like I've noticed recently that my following is literally for my personality, you know. I feel like because well, I recently posted a video where I lost to GOAT, and then, like, and the views were shit. And when I posted another video where I'm just talking about, you know, when I'm just showcasing my personality, it got way more views. And, like, that's how you already know, like, no one even cares anyways. I feel like my following is literally just for my personality. Another thing is, like, even though I was, like, half asleep, I still feel like even when I'm half asleep, I'm still playing better than the vast majority of players. How crazy is that? that is actually crazy. I've seen like when Crooks. I remember when Crooks said one time on stream, he was like, "I'm looking at the screen with my peripheral vision, and I'm still winning." And I remember when he said that, I found that so interesting. And then I started to try and do it myself, and I was like, yeah, you actually can win by barely even looking at the screen. It's actually ridiculous, because I've had times when I do streams where I'm just reading the chat, and then I'll be just looking back and forth between. I'll be looking back and forth between my phone and the TV, and I still win. It's just come at that point where you're just so efficient, you don't even need to really look at the screen, and you still win. It's like when I used to do online career mode, that's something else. This is something else that I find so interesting. Yeah, it's like when I used to stream online career mode, you know what I used to do? I used to purposefully go all the way down to Division 1. And the reason that is because there's no reward in UFC 5 for being Division 20. So if there's no reward for being Division 20, then there's no reason for you to not go to Division 1, because it just makes perfect sense. You go to Division 1, and then you can knock everyone out in 5 seconds, and then you'll get more points to upgrade your character. So there's no reason not to do that. And that's why I think EA is so stupid. Like, how can you not have that? That's just common sense. Is that not just common sense that if you're in Division 20, you should obviously get more points per win? Like, well, how stupid are they that you flipping you get Division 20 and there's no reward for it? So then what's even the point then? What is even the point? There's literally no point. And look how like far we are into this game, and they still haven't fixed that. Why haven't they fixed that? Are they so like, what the hell? But to be honest, yeah, I feel like when I drop music, that's better than any update that EA's done in the last 2 years. That's how you know these game developers are just a bunch of dickheads. What the fuck are they doing? I don't even understand what they're doing. They just seem to me like they're just very lazy. But how can you even be that lazy in the first place? I don't understand. They put out these updates and then they literally change like 1 or 2 things. Like, do you not? I don't get it. Like, I swear, like, as a man, yeah, you're supposed to like have an urge to create something. So for you to just do like literally nothing, I think that's a bit weird. Like, I get like maybe they're just comfortable because they've already made enough, but I still just find it weird. Like, at least do something, because they're literally doing nothing. They're not even doing a single thing. How long? I don't even think they've changed anything in the gameplay in the past like 10 months. That's why I'm also not even surprised that like no one even cares about watching my gameplay. They would rather hear me waffle than watch this shit game, bruv. I'm not even trying. I'm literally going off the dome right now. I'm not even rehearsing nothing. I'm literally going straight off the dome, and still like, that's how you just know like this game just must just be terrible. We're going to talk about the gameplay, yeah? Yeah, right. I'm not talking about nothing in it. Something I did lately was I was like I wanna go back and watch when I was on NEC. and I was commentating with JKB. Shout out JKB. Shout out man like JKB, bruv. What a legendary guy in it. What you know about JKB's bars? You man don't know about JKB's bars. Man said, used to be the dark nights in my dark clothes. I'm rolling Zeus on the lamppost. Now shit changed, cause I started bagging dank O's. Now it's comfy chairs, big spliffs and some bank rolls. I gotta stop drowning my sorrows in the Hennessy and start listening to what my brother keeps telling me, cause he's just trying to better me, cause he don't want to bury me. Now all my enemies are all suffering from the jealousy. Oh, what do you know about that? What do you know about that? What the man like JKB, bruv? Why did he stop dropping music, man? Oh my days, I'm gonna headbutt the wall, bruv, cause he stopped dropping music. JKB, I think his music is mad, you know. Like his Black Box, I thought was mad. That one that I just said right now, that I just recited, I think that was mad. That guy, that is literally such a waste of talent, you know. Even so, you know, something I've been thinking lately is like, I always have this thing in my head that, you know, says, why do you always, I always have this thing in my head that tells me to not tell anyone anything that's going on in my life. And because I just feel like if I give away too much, then what am I going to have to talk about? Because I feel like my life is not that interesting, to be honest. So then I feel like I'm giving away too much, yeah. But then something I've realized about me is like, I can, even if I have nothing to talk about, it doesn't even matter in my case. And the reason I say that is because even when I was in Cyprus and I was posting this game with no commentary, I was still getting great views. Like literally, I still was getting good views, and that's because I've actually built the skill properly to the point where I don't even need to talk. And it even goes back to like how I was streaming for ages, just being extremely reserved, and basically I drop videos, I'm not saying a single word. I do streams, I'm not saying a single word, and I still had a little following going for myself. Like there was always, even if I don't say a single word, I'll still have 10 people in my streams, yeah. And that's the beauty of learning the craft properly, yeah. And it goes for my music as well. Goes for literally my music as well. I feel like I know for a fact, if I find a sick beat that, you know, I'm listening to beats and I'm like this, because I love listening to beats, because you always find that one beat and then you just like, and then you're just like in a different world. Then when you find a mad beat, yeah, it feels like you're in heaven. It actually feels like you're in heaven, you know. So then all I gotta do is just find a mad beat, and then like, even if I don't even say nothing in my songs, I just got mad rhythm, you know what I'm saying? I just got sick rhythm, yeah. So it don't even matter, I don't even need to say nothing. And even when you think about like drill rappers, I've like some of my favorite drill rappers, yeah, because I'm heavily into drill, yeah. They don't say, I know one of them does not say a single thing in his music. He's just chatting pure shit. He's not saying nothing meaningful. He is just waffling, yeah. But the flow is just too mad. The flow is so mad that you're just like, to me it's like, I don't even care that the guy's not saying nothing, you know. I don't give a fuck that the guy's not saying nothing, because he's just like, and it's like, it's even deeper than that, because he's just got that voice, yeah. His voice is just so mad, yeah. And the guy I'm talking about, he's called H1. But guys, if you listen to this guy, yeah, don't let him get to your head, bruv. Like, if you listen to that music, don't start acting like some crackhead, bruv. Going out stabbing people and that, bruv. Anyway, but you see this guy, yeah, his voice is so mad, bruv. Like, I just like, no homo, but I just love this guy's voice, bruv. Like, when I listen every time, bruv, like, you know when you love an artist, yeah, I can't lie, when you love a rapper and then you just love hearing them speak, I don't even know what it is. It's like you love their cadence of their voice or something like that. And I'm not even being gay, bruv, like, but you just love the guy, yeah. You just want to hear his voice again on another beat, yeah. That's how I feel with this guy called H1, yeah. And then you see, I like to like do deep analysis when it comes to music. I like to, especially because I'm doing it myself, yeah. So I love to study. I love, like, when I love something, when I listen to a song and I love it, yeah, I try to say why do I love it, and I try to understand why do I love it, and maybe get inspired by it, and like you kind of like copy it in a way, but obviously I don't copy it, but you get what I'm saying. And then so like to me, so when I think of this guy called H1, yeah, if we talk about what is good about his music, yeah, I know what's good about his music. You know, like I said, his presence, his voice, his charisma. I'd say his charisma. Yeah. So, but is he lyrically? Is he anything like? Is he saying anything mad? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not saying nothing. Like, he's not saying anything that's really creative. Or I don't even know if I would even say that he's even saying anything creative, bro. Obviously, no, not even being rude, like, but I kind of feel like I don't know, man. It's not. Anyways, like, the point is, a lot of people I know for like a lot of people will listen to his music and they'll be like, oh, he's not saying nothing new, yeah. But to me, it's like, I don't care that the guy's not saying nothing new. To me, it's just like the vibe of it is just so mad. So then, but then what I did, yeah, this is something that is just like so interesting to me. Is like, there's this UK reactor called Lee to the VI, and I love his reactions. And then what I did was, I asked him to react to one of my songs called Bin. It's called Bin Like That. And I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna get this guy to react to my song, and he's gonna love it. I was expecting him to love it because I was confident in that the song was sick, yeah. And then cool, then he's listening to the song now, and he's reacting to it. And then what happened was, you see, back in the days, yeah, I used to just have my my beard like a mess. Never used to trim my beard, nothing like that. I literally never used to shave, yeah, for like a year, and I just didn't give a shit. And the thing is, like, it was actually hilarious, you know, to be honest, cause like, I just used to find it funny, cause I used to influence my friends to also just not shave. I remember I used to have like, like, one of my friends, he will send me a picture of himself and he ain't shaved, yeah, and I can just I can tell that I see people not shaving, yeah, and I can't lie, like, I can tell it's cause of me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, not even to be like arrogant. I know people, they look at me as a leader, bro. To be honest, some people, they do look at me as a leader, and I understand why, because they just see the things I've accomplished, and then they think that I'm some king or something. So then they just see me with this stupid trim, yeah, and then they start copying me. It's actually funny. But anyway, so this guy called Lee to the VI, he's reacting to my song, yeah. He sees me with this, like, I ain't fucking shaved my beard in like 10 years, yeah. And then he straight away put off by the song. He don't even want to hear the song no more for like a couple seconds, cause my image just like put him off straight away. And I remember even watching one of his previous videos, yeah, and I remember he reacted to some song by some guy called Lats, yeah, and then he was like talking about how the image, as a musician, your image, he's saying, is very important. You have to have that image, yeah, so people will want to take in what you're saying. But then it's like, in my opinion, it's like, I just disagree with that. I disagree with that. I feel like your image is irrelevant, in my opinion. It's like, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, what's the person saying? I feel like that's way more important. And there's a lot of rappers that I love that are literally like, you'll see the guy, he's built like a twig, you know what I'm saying? The guy's built like a twig, but he's just mad, bruv. Like, but he's just so sick on the mic. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just name it. Like, for example, there's a guy called Marshy, yeah. I would say he's literally built like me. I would say, like, he's just some small, tiny little guy, bruv, yeah, with like some skinny arms, yeah. But he's just so sick, like so mad. It's like, no, I don't even give a fuck about how he looks, cause he's just so sick. And then there was this other guy called S Don, yeah. The guy is like fucking anorexic, bruv. This guy, but he's so mad. You know, I've always, but it's me as a person, yeah. I just never gave a fuck about the way people look at these things from young, from early. Like for example, like Aldo and Smithy boy. If you go and look at my old videos, yeah, my old video when I did my Q&A when I was young, and I was talking about Aldo and Smithy boy. I literally just said, like, to me, like, they're legends. To me, they're legends. To everyone else, they're a meme, but to me, they're legends. I actually love Aldo and I love Smithy boy, and I would never take the piss out of them, bruv. Like, I wish. This is what I'm saying. This is why people probably think I'm a weirdo, yeah. But I wish that Aldo and Smithy boy never quit, because I know that they quit because everyone was taking a piss out of them, and everyone was acting like they're meme and that, and I know, and that's exactly why Smithy boy quit. Because there's an interview with Smithy boy where he's saying like, and I've heard songs by Smithy boy where he's saying that everyone's taking a piss out of him, and then that's why he quit. And then but I'm just like, you know, the thing that's sad, yeah, is they interviewed Smithy boy, yeah, these guys, and they were just taking the piss out of him, and it's just like, you're just making it 10 times worse. You can tell that the guy doesn't want to carry on making music because flipping, yeah, right, he doesn't want to make music because everyone's taking the piss out of him, and then you're just gonna make it worse by just making fun of him even more. I swear to God, if I spoke to Smithy boy in that interview, I would have encouraged him to carry on. I wouldn't have taken the piss. I would have told, and like, I don't even see why you would even take the piss anyways, because I think to me, like, that guy is a legend, and I understand why people don't like Smithy boy. I understand it, like, what he's acting like he's tough and he's a little guy and stuff, whatever. But it's like, that's just funny, and like, and that's why don't, rather than like taking the piss, like, maybe you could just suggest like to tell him to be authentic or something, or not talk about those topics or something like that. But you know, I just find that shit so funny, like when the guy's there saying like, I don't give a fuck if you get stabbed with a nah. What was the guy saying again? He's like, I'll hit you with a fucking garden wrench or some shit like that. So the guy will say something like, I don't give a fuck if you get stabbed with a motherfucking garden wrench, and the way I find it, that's something I find so funny, you know. I think that is a pure comedy when you hear him just saying this mad shit, and he's like, that's something I said this before in one of my videos. Something I find so funny is when like someone with a squeaky voice, they get mad and they sound like they're on smoke and they're gonna batter you. I think that is so funny, you know. It's like, even when my niece does that, I think that is so funny, and maybe like that's something that's like toxic about myself or something, but it's like, I think it's kind of harmless though, because it's like, I don't trigger them to do it. I'm just saying, if it does happen, I just think it's hilarious. And like, even when I've heard like this flipping there's this drill rapper called Diaz, yeah, and then he used to rap at first when he was proper young and he had a proper squeaky voice, yeah, and I think when he had his squeaky voice, he was hilarious, man. That guy, and you know, his flow was mad, you know, when he had that squeaky voice. The thing that's so interesting about Diaz is that he actually got worse when he hit puberty. Before he hit puberty, he was actually way better. His flow was on point, because before he hit puberty, man jumped on the tune, bruv. Man jumped on the tune and said, back to the normal procedure on my block with this 9mm. But he didn't say it like that. He said it with a squeaky voice, and it was sounded too mad when he said that. And then and then what else? When he used to be like, his old school tunes used to be like, stop it, pop it, chop it, get round with the pocket, rock it. No, that's not even the bars. But anyways, basically, now when he had the squeaky voice, he used to go in, you know. When he had the squeaky voice, he was too mental with the bars. What else is another example I'm trying to think of? He had some other one that was mad. But nah, D-Sam is the funniest guy, you know. Oh my days. I didn't even finish the story about Lee to the VI. I know that already, but fuck it, man. Whatever. I'm just waffling. Um, you see, man, like D-Sam, that guy's too mad. That guy is the maddest. I think that guy, yeah, is like. I think that guy is like top three drill rappers. And that's another opinion that I know people will say, what the fuck is this guy talking about? But you know, the thing that's mad about D-Sav, yeah, is his energy. It's the energy that he has when he raps. The way he looks like he's having so much fun, and the energy. I feel like that's something you have to rate about him so much, you know. Because I feel like, well, I'm not even gonna lie, yeah, when I do my music, I feel like I would probably want to be on camera just having fun, but I just kind of probably just get too uncomfortable to like fully like just, you know what I'm saying, like fully just get into it. And because like I kind of feel like when the cameras are off, I'm just there like going mad. Like you would think that I'm the maddest performer you've ever seen in your entire life, bro. But you see that song I dropped yesterday, did you see how like I was moving stiff? Yeah, I was I was moving stiff in like the beginning for the vast majority of it, and then when I went to the flow, when I said, what was the flow, when I was like at the moment I'm still loading, I'ma make a track so cold that fans are foaming out the mouth when man's performing. That's my goal, bring out the crowd, I'm trying to show them I'm the showbiz. When I said that, yeah, in the video, oh, and you see the way I was moving, you see the way I was like proper vibing. That's what I'm talking about. When you see man are into it, when you see that man are into it, yeah, that's the shit that will just make you lose the plot. That's what man love to see. That's what man love to see. I know people will probably love that bit, you know, of the video when I was proper getting into it like that. And that's what I'm saying. Realistically, I'd probably be like that throughout the whole song if I was fully comfortable, because I just love that beat, man. That beat, that beat right there that I used, yeah, that's like probably the best beat I've ever heard in my entire life. So, or maybe not, man. Maybe not, because the thing is, like, I always just say that when I'm like not used to the beat yet, you know what I'm saying? When I'm not used to the beat yet, it will always just sound proper mad. But I think that beat actually is like the best beat I've ever heard in my life. You see the producer that I got that beat from, called SA Beats. You know the song I made called Made to Prevail? The beat for that song is from like 2021. Cause you know, like, let me tell you something. You see, when I dropped Made to Prevail and Fading Away, yeah, you know that those two songs, I made those back in the days. I made those two songs like 4 years ago. So like, I literally just had them on my phone, yeah, written down, and I just wasn't using it, because I only recently just recently realized like I'm wasting my talent, and I need to actually start rapping and putting out music, because I'm just wasting my talent. But then, so then those two tunes, yeah, those are old school tunes, yeah. And then flipping, when I dropped the one I dropped yesterday, now what I'm trying to say is, Taking Over is a beat that was made in 2025, you know what I'm saying? But then that beat that I made for Made to Prevail, that's from 2021, and I'm thinking maybe that's why I feel like the beat for Taking Over is like 20 times better. I feel like, because the beats are evolving, probably, maybe that's why, because I feel like that beat for Taking Over is like 20 times better, I think, than Made to Prevail. Even though Made to Prevail is mad as well, though that beat is like hard. That one hits hard as well. Yeah, right.